Greetings, bless you all. This is a lesson on Kundalini and the Tree of Life. If anything doesn't resonate with you, go ahead and let it fall away. This is my perspective after researching Kundalini and the Tree of Life, which separately over many years, and noticing how they connect together. This is my personal research. I haven't seen any other connections to these two, so hopefully I'm able to uplift you and provide you some insight into what I've learned so that it can help you and for the purposes of your ascension as well. The Tree of Life was originally from the Essenes, and Kundalini came through the Hindu and Buddhist traditions. This is the Tree of Life from Ascension Glossary. This is the base 12 Tree of Life. There's 12 spheres. Now, if you look online, you'll research Kabbalah and you'll see 10 spheres, but there's actually 12 spheres. The 11th sphere is the crown chakra, and the 12th sphere is your soul, oversoul, higher self, your ascended part of yourself. And here is a map over the human body. You can see 11 is the crown chakra, and 12 is the soul, oversoul, higher self. 12 would be the soul star chakra as well. And then you'll see 10 and 9, that's wisdom and understanding, which are two parts of divine feminine, which is unlocked through the throat, which is 8. And I'll discuss my chart next. Okay. This next chart here is what I have designed. So this is merging the Kundalini with the Tree of Life. So you saw in the other chart that the Tree of Life has 12 spheres, and I'm only discussing 11 spheres here. This is the 11 spheres that are in the physical world, and the 12th sphere is beyond the physical world, in the non-physical world. That is the soul, oversoul, higher self. And if you look at this chart, which I've designed, you can see how Kundalini rises once you unlock certain spheres. So this first sphere is the root chakra. This is manifestation on the Tree of Life. The affirmation for this sphere is, I am supported by the universe. This is negatively charged. This doesn't mean negative person or negative belief or any of that. Negative is just magnetically charged negatively. It's a grounding point. So this is the connection into the Earth Star chakra, which is the connection to Mother Earth. Earth Star is right below the feet, and this connects to the root chakra, which is at your tailbone. And this is the start of the Kundalini snake that rises. And manifestation is the storage place in a human of the Kundalini. And the Kundalini rises when the positive and negative are balanced in each chakra. Once Kundalini reaches the crown, that is when you have self-realization or enlightenment. So then you can see the next here is the solar plexus chakra. This is the Hara chakra, and this is where willpower is stored. The vast majority of humans are only in these lower areas, the root and the will. They haven't moved on to other areas. However, this is changing with the ascension from 3D Earth to 5D Earth. But in order to move to 5D Earth, you have to open the heart. And to get to heart, it is a process. First, you surrender your ego, surrender control, and have the ability to love your neighbor. And a lot of people with yang personalities have trouble with this one. So the yang personality is all about inner strength, personal power, endurance, determination, and authenticity. Just keep driving, willpower, but it doesn't open the heart. There's also a portion of surrender. So the yang personality, which I have been incarnated as, had to learn the yin portions, which was surrender ego, surrender control, and follow the golden rule. Now, if you're a yin personality, Perhaps you're very loving, you're very caring about others, but you need more empowerment. And so for the yin personality, the right side, the victory, is the harder part. To find that inner strength, personal power, endurance, determination, authenticity. So the key is to balance both. When you're able to balance both, the yin and the yang, which is in the chart on the top right, you can see the different Kundalini channels. You have Ida, the silver, which is the yin, feminine, magnetic. And you have Pingala, yang, which is the electric. So you have the moon and the sun. When you balance those two, you're able to unlock the next portal for Kundalini to rise, the next chakra for Kundalini to rise. So when you balance surrender with victory, that opens the heart. That is at the point when Kundalini rises to the heart. That is the beginning of the Ascension path. Later on, after the heart opens, you're working on yourself in this portion. Surrender and victory is all self-work, self-love. But then once you unlock the heart, you're able to love others. And that is when you include healthy boundaries and compassion, mercy, and forgiveness. So you're able to stand up for yourself, stand up for others, hold your ground, to do what's right, but also balance that with compassion, mercy, and forgiveness. You're very kind, you're very loving, you're bringing heart into manifestation. You're able to forgive your past, forgive others of any hurts. And when this balances, you're able to balance the yin and the yang, and this will unlock the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra is interesting. This is truth. And what is interesting about this is, in order to get to truth, you have to take a leap. And this is a surrender process. You're surrendering to the higher self. You're surrendering to the divine. You take a leap of faith. So the throat and truth is all about faith. And it is often hard for our physical minds to understand this, but there's a greater purpose in our life as guided by the higher self, and that our higher self understands and wants to help us as much as possible. But because this is a free will zone, as I mentioned in the video Receiving Energies, free will must be respected by the higher self for the purposes of this process to unfold in the human world, human life. So this movement from heart to throat is really reaching out and connecting to the consciousness of higher self and just leaping into surrendering into faith. So this part, truth, I would also call this as faith. This is the movement from having faith that everything is perfect and everything unfolds as it does perfectly. And when you have this faith, you leap into the arms of the divine. You'll jump off the cliff from the human world. You cannot see, but you leap into the arms of the divine. On the other end of the cliff, the divine catches you. And then this opens the throat chakra. Kundalini rises to the throat, and that is where wisdom starts to download. That is when you start having consciousness of towards ascended masters and bodhisattvas and other things like this. You start to open that consciousness. But the only way to get there is through faith and also balancing all those spheres below. Now, once you move onward from there, you open up understanding and wisdom. So understanding is the divine feminine. Wisdom is the divine masculine. So the end of the journey for yang is wisdom. The end of the journey for yin is understanding. This balance, as you can see, there's a line there. This balance on the tree of life, this is the opening of Christ consciousness, and the Kundalini rises to the third eye from there. So understanding is to see another through their eyes, nurturing unconditional love, empathy, put yourself in someone else's shoes. Wisdom is intuitive insight. You have insight. You're able to see beyond the physical world. You're able to see the patterns beyond. You can open up your belief patterns. You can see patterns in your life, and your purpose is guiding you through all those patterns, and you've healed all these patterns and belief systems, and you're aligned with your higher self. And then this opens unity in the crown chakra. And this is the balance of positive and negative. Your crown chakra begins to open. You are one with the divine. The crown chakra is, I am one with the universe and guided by my higher self. This opens the portal, the chakra, to, so you're at level 11 on that sphere chart that I had before. After that is base 12. The 12th level, also known as the soul star, that is where the soul and oversoul is. Your higher self is there in the non-physical. You bridge the crown chakra with the non-physical, with the soul star chakra, and then you unlock self-realization and enlightenment. There's a download. I'm not sure how others have experienced enlightenment, but there is a download of massive bright light that cleanses you and connects you to the higher self. And this is just from my experience, but for those that may have similar experiences, hopefully this resonates with you. But anyway, this is a bridge of light between crown and the higher self, unity. They also call these bridges antakaranas. And the first bridge you actually started when you went from will to heart. And then the second bridge is from heart to throat. The third bridge is from throat to third eye to crown. And these are the three bridges that are in connecting you to the higher self, and the Kundalini moves through all the chakras and the tree of life spheres. So first you're trying to reach for the higher self and you're seeking. And then after that, you're becoming. So first you have that self-love. Then you have the love of others. You're radiating that light. And then after that, you move to the crown. You become an embodiment of the higher self. And so basically this whole process is raising your vibration to the higher self level. And once you match vibration, that is when enlightenment happens. But that only happens once the Kundalini moves to the crown. And Kundalini only moves to the crown once you have opened the spheres. And the spheres are your consciousness. Once your divine consciousness is opened through the spheres, energy follows consciousness. Kundalini rises automatically. So in the north part of in the top of the chart, you have the positive orientation. The bottom of the chart is the negative grounding storage of the Kundalini, and that rises towards positive manifestation, positive orientation. So Shiva is in the top and Shakti is in the bottom. And Shakti rises to meet Shiva in each chakra as the positiveness, the positive polarity, positive orientation increases in each of the levels. So increase your consciousness through each of the spheres, work on yourself, then work on service to others, and then after that you become an embodiment of your higher self. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this has been enlightening for you. I wish to serve you. I wish to share what I've learned. I wish to integrate this for you, to teach you what I've learned from Kundalini and the Tree of Life and how they merge together. And hopefully I've been of service to you. I love you all. Please go ahead and comment below if you have any comments or experiences you want to share, questions. I'd love to answer them. I love you all, and I'm very grateful for all of you. I honor you and I cherish you. May you all be blessed. Namaste.